Sunju Patel and the Montford Group is bringing lifestyle hotels to urban neighborhoods, including Charleston. I sit down exclusively with Sunju for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and download my free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Sunju Patel, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me again.
I appreciate it greatly. I went back on your Facebook page. We all have our biographies on Facebook. And you said this: a vision, a brand, a lifestyle, chief executive for the Montford Group. Who else is Sunju Patel these days?
I'm a guy who loves to have a great time. I'm a dad. I'm a friend. I like to call myself a visionary, especially what we're doing in Charleston. Either I'm a stupid guy or a true visionary. Let's see. Time is to tell.
Time. How much time do you have?
I just posted something today. Our time is limited. I wish I knew how much time I have, but I want to make sure I make every second count and inspire people around me, to create a better surrounding and a better place for all of us to be in.
I got to go back to that. A vision, a brand, a lifestyle. What is your vision now when it comes to hotels here in Charleston?
Well, Quintin, if you see what we've been doing, we had a vision about 5 years ago, and hence we started buying real estate on Meeting Street, where we are, when 99% of the people were focused on south of Calhoun and south of Broad. We wanted to extend the city limits. We wanted to connect the dots and give people an opportunity to see Charleston as a local, right? So if you look at our locations, the brands that we're bringing to Charleston are true. They're truly incredible brands, and that gives an opportunity for the locals, as long as people visiting from all over the world, to see the new Charleston versus the south of Broad or south of Calhoun.
What is the new Charleston in your mind?
The new Charleston is the people who wake up every day with a dream to make a better life, who goes to work. There are opportunities now for youngsters and College of Charleston grads to find opportunities and literally make a better life for themselves, right? Back in the days, that did not exist. We didn't have this diversity in economy that we have today, such as the automobile industry and the aerospace industry, the port, the tourism, the tech harbor, Silicon Harbor of the east, southeast. So, that being said, the new Charleston is the dreamers now. It's not a bunch of retired people who thought Charleston was south of Broad only.
What will that economy look like for the new Charleston in the next 5 to 10 years in your mind?
Well, I think it's already starting to shape up fairly good. We were saying almost 3,800 multifamily going up in that area. We're seeing about 1 million square feet of office space. Right. We are doing, about over 600 rooms, hotel rooms, alongside the Meeting Street, 4 hotels. So obviously we are spreading out the Meeting Street corridor to make it more walkable and sort of ride share program so people can take advantage of that. But we're going to see a true city. We're going to see an urban living with still a laid-back lifestyle, because Charleston can only spread so much. It's a peninsula, right? So we're bounded by water on all sides. I think it's an incredible thing what's happening in this city. Finally, people like us can wake up every day, as I keep going back to the same thing, to make a better life and still be able to enjoy, whether it's Sullivan's Island or whether it's the history of Charleston, whether it's south of Broad and the parks and the water access, but also make money, the real money, and raise families.
Sure. You obviously talk about the peninsula being bounded. What are you bounded by when it comes to hotel building?
Well, first the restrictions in Charleston, right? Hotel is looked down on by by a lot of people, which and especially tourism as well. One thing I do want to emphasize more on is that Charleston economy survived and we are number one today is because of tourism. There was no aerospace, there was no automobile industry, there was no tech industry that gave us an opportunity to get to this stage. I think it's very wrong for us to say we don't want tourists or we don't want a certain economy, right? Because if you look at the entire King Street retail, if you look at all the hotels, if you look at any businesses, restaurants, those businesses survived because of our tourism that we've had for many, many, many years. Charleston has been ranked number one since last 9 years. But prior to that, Charleston still existed. So I wish people would not look at hotels as some sort of stigma for Charleston. I think it's a blessing in disguise because it provides that 24-hour security for the neighborhood, right? If you're in a multifamily, guess what? There are people who are there every day. Now, if there are parties going on, people are getting drunk, music is playing. That doesn't really provide security or that peace of mind that people are looking for. Hotels, on the contrary, if there is something of that sort going on, guess what? There are other guests who are going to complain, and eventually we have to handle the situation with staff 24/7 staff on site.
Right, right.
So I really wish that people would not look at hotels as some sort of stigma. I understand you don't want clusters of hotels at one site, but for the longest time, Charleston didn't have many options for the hotels. Charleston didn't have, besides Mikey Bennett and Jimmy
Right.
and couple others, you
Steve Harvey
know,
now.
yeah, a lot of people are retiring. There are a lot of people who are coming in from out of town. And another thing, that I keep saying this to my friends, I always have these dialogues with my friends, is that we're all complaining that Charleston is growing like crazy. Charleston is doing this. Quintin, Charleston was bankrupt back in 1950s, 70s, right? The biggest thing that ever happened for Charleston that changed the city was Charleston Place because of Mayor Joe Riley. And that being said, all these people who are coming in from out of town, who are they buying this real estate from? From the locals, people who've owned this real estate for many, many years. But because those real estate were worth $1 and now those people are paying them $5, they're seeing the greed. Well, guess what? The guy who's paying $5 wants that money back somehow, right? So the greed started from local, from our roots. And I don't, that is nothing wrong, but, as I said, I'm a Charlestonian. I serve on the board of governors here at the school, and I've been here since '99. But I want to bring that diversity and inclusion, not only in terms of race, color, religion, but also in terms of lifestyle. I don't want people to be limited by where they live or what they look like or how much money they make. So we're trying to create this lifestyle corridor along Meeting Street to provide the light ambience to, for people to go and enjoy, whether they're local. We're creating our social spaces in the hotel where people can come and work there.
Okay.
So if you don't want office space, you can come hang out in the lobby, grab coffee, grab a drink, have your meetings in the lobby.
Free
And-
Wi-Fi.
Huh?
Free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi, absolutely. So trust me, as I said, either you can call me stupid for doing all these things on the locations, Upper Peninsula, as we're doing it, or we're truly visionaries. Time is to tell.
Yeah. And I know you talked a little bit about it earlier, but what is the biggest difference between 1989 and 2020 when you think of Charleston?
Well, again, I think there's a lot more inclusion, there's a lot more diversity, even in terms of economy, which is what makes Charleston different today. Back in the days, I remember, when I went to College of Charleston as well. So I remember when people graduated, they were already thinking, being a senior student, where am I going to go work? Well, guess what? Today, you don't have to do that. We've got the platform for many diverse sort of industries to participate in, right? Depending on what your interests are.
That's right. And I want to go back to your post, what you posted on January 30th. You said this quote, celebrating signing the first Thompson hotel in the world under Hyatt Hotels in Charleston. Hashtag bless. Why Thompson Hotel? Why Charleston?
So I'm not sure if you know, but we're developing the first flat iron shaped building and a hotel in Charleston in the state.
Right.
It's truly it's the most iconic building, designed by none other than a local architect, LS3P,
Right.
Stephen,
Oh yeah.
right? When we started looking at this projects, we didn't want to go to an architect from New York and Atlanta. We knew that people who work here are talented enough if given an opportunity. And I have to say, Stephen, Richard Gow, and their team blew me away. They've designed such an incredible, such an iconic building that I think for many, many, many years to come, that will be our legacy. We're calling it the Montford Building. And why Thompson? Because to us, Thompson is the best in business in lifestyle hotels, right? They truly provide that platform. It reflects the building. Um, and again, it connects the local culture with the global perspective, right? So, we're very thankful and blessed that even Hyatt Hotels trusted us as one of the first ones to be signed under Hyatt Hotels after the acquisitions of
Right.
Two Roads Hospitality.
That's right. What is the global perspective on hotels, particularly lifestyle hotels?
Well, it's mainly diversity and inclusion, right? Which has been lacking for many, many, many years, and now finally our not only tourism but even our citizens have proven that they enjoy diversity, whether it's food. But when I say inclusion, diversity, I do not by any means mean race, color, religion. It doesn't. That has never been our focus. It's always been how can we have diversity in businesses and in terms of concepts, inclusion in terms of age groups, and provide a platform for everyone to enjoy on.
That's right. And let me go to your website, the Montford Group website. It says this: the Montford Group is a hotel development company connecting brands with lifestyle destinations. What other brands are you connecting with the lifestyle destinations today?
Well, we're very fortunate, Quintin. As I said, we are bringing Moxie, which will be the first millennial-focused product in Charleston. Period. That focuses on social spaces and truly acts as a co-sharing space. Right. We're bringing Thompson to Charleston, which is the first iconic flat iron shaped building in Charleston. We're bringing tomorrow. We'll find out. We're bringing truly an incredible global brand to Charleston. I can't disclose
Right,
the
right,
name,
right, right.
unfortunately, but it will change the way people look at Charleston. We're bringing these global brands, and that's what our strengths are. We're looking at Detroit right now. We're looking at a building in Detroit for a lifestyle. We're looking at Birmingham.
Oh, yes.
We're looking at Phoenix, Arizona. We actually have we're acquiring a portfolio of hotels in South Florida from Blackstone. My partner Glenn Alba, he's a former Blackstone, on the asset side. So we're very fortunate. As I said, I keep counting my blessings because I'm not a smart guy, but for some odd reason, I'm always around right people, good people who wants to make a difference in this world. And we have reached over $500 million in developments and assets around the country now.
Wow, amazing. And I know, obviously, you said this: we are visionaries that acquire, design, and develop dynamic real estate, taking form in 2017 from the creative minds of seasoned entrepreneurs like yourself and Jessica Reed. The Montford Group set off to curate an unrivaled collection of unique properties and remarkable experiences for people who believe that home and hospitality shouldn't be rare finds, but the common ground that unites us. What are those other rare finds?
Well, typically hospitality has always been looked upon as a place to sleep, right? So no matter what, unless you're in a super luxury segment, whether Ritz-Carlton, JW, it's always been a place for people to go and heads in the bed, right? And now, because it's been already proven in the rest of the world, the true lifestyle, when I say lifestyle, as an extension of your life, it could mean anything to you. You know, a true lifestyle to you is very different than a true lifestyle to me. But we're trying to marry those different elements, whether you prefer a very casual, approachable environment, whether you prefer, you know, a really cool restaurant that also has a lounge effect to it, that plays really cool music, or a relaxation by the pool. So we're trying to marry this different elements of lifestyle and bring into our hotels. So every space of the hotel is well thought of. We are very hands on, and we hope to keep bringing this value around the country.
I know this might be a tough question. You talk about obviously marrying a couple of these ideas, but then what do you have to divorce?
I'm sorry.
What do you have to divorce when it comes to these hotel ideas?
Um, what do you mean by what do we have to divorce? I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. You said you want to marry some of these ideas, but what do you have to divorce in order to get ahead?
Well, the way we look at it is obviously we don't think about divorce, even though the prenups are always there, just because we have debt partners, right? But we don't think about what could go wrong. We always think about what can be right.
Sure.
What can we do to add value, right? So as I said, we're very diligent on how we pick the brands, design the spaces, and very hands-on. So we're always thinking about what can we do to provide value, right? And hope that everyone, our end users, our guests, and locals, more importantly, will enjoy the spaces and enjoy what we've created for them.
And I know obviously with your hotels, you're really bringing it to urban areas of the country. And I know I've asked this a couple of times with a lot of people who are running for office for Quintin's close-ups. But what incentives do you hope to bring into the urban neighborhoods?
Well, typically, why urban, right? So we don't like to think of it from New York perspective. We don't like to be in the Times Square. We want to be in the Soho. We want to be where the locals are there, where the local economy is there. We underwrite our deals at 30 to 40% in food and beverage revenues. Well, hotel guests can't support that, right? So we want to make sure we go in the urban neighborhoods where locals make it their everyday place, whether it's their everyday coffee shop, whether it's everyday cocktails or weekend getaway or special occasions. So we want to be around where there is enough local presence, still in the urban setting where tourists can come and stay, enjoy what locals are enjoying, and be able to enjoy, whether it's in terms of Charleston, South Abroad, and the beautiful homes we have, the beautiful history we have, and provide that balance between the two.
The two. 5 to 10 years, Charleston will be what?
Charleston will be still an incredible city that will be very proud to be part of. I will say that 5 to 10 years from now, we will see a lot more diversity, even in terms of race, color, religion as well, not only in terms of food and economy. There will be a lot more inclusion as we see this new money sort of coming in, and I think Charleston is such a blessed city that I'm just so happy and proud to be part of this incredible city.
And I know that you do this a lot, dream big and hustle harder. How do you dream big and hustle harder when it comes to hotels?
Well, Quintin, again, I'm not sure if you know about my story. When I first came to America, I was on Dorchester Road
Right.
at my uncle's motel working night shifts to where I am. If I didn't dream big, if I was not surrounded by good people, if I didn't have incredible friends and family, none of this would have happened. So why dream big and hustle harder? Because you could be the smartest guy in the world, but without true execution and without a right team, it's not possible to achieve what we have achieved and what we wanted to do, right? So our primary goal is that let's have fun. We don't like that stuffy environment, even at work. If you ask anyone who works with us, we want that approachable sort of concepts, even in work environment.
Sure. What did you want to do when it comes to the hotels in your group? What do you wanted to do?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I know earlier you talked about some of the things that you wanted to do. What exactly did you want to do
Well,
in the beginning?
in the beginning, you just when you drive by. To give you an example, many years ago, I used to run on the Battery, and while I was going to college at Charleston, so I always wondered who lives in these homes
Yeah.
and what kind of people, what kind of businesses do they do. I'm blessed to have a home on South Battery
Right.
today. I didn't have major plans, Quintin. I just knew that I wanted to make a difference in this world. I knew that I wanted to be always around good people and create value for people. People who work with me, people who are. I'm always, even my nephews, my family, people. If you ask anyone
Yes.
who's around me, I'm always trying to share, and inspire people to
Sure.
be better than they think they can be.
Sure.
And my story, Glenn Alba, again, my business partner, his story is very similar. He started with nothing, and today he's not only successful financially, but even as a human being, despite being with Blackstone for 23 years, he's truly an incredible guy who has similar culture and work ethics. So by marrying our companies together, we have created this incredible value, which I never in my wildest dreams thought that we would have today. So we just try to do the right thing. We will always focus on what we want and go with our gut, go with our instincts versus what only makes sense on the paper. We're very old school when it comes to approach and working with people. So it's we take one day at a time. We're planning for legacies such as the Montford,
Right.
the Thompson Hotel, the Montford building, and fortunately, it's all happening for us. Very very blessed and excited.
What does the Montford Group mean to you?
Well, it means a lot of things, but in simple terms, it means blessings. When I remember 2017, I had a personal setback, and I decided to start all over. Um, Jessica Reed stood by me and said, "Let's do this. I got your back,"
Right.
and it meant a lot to me. Even though we were starting all over, um, it's who I am. It's my life. It's extension of everything that Montford has and everything that Montford is part of now. It's an extension of my life, my beliefs, my culture, and everyone who works with us and who's part of the team now. It's their family. I mean, I want to make sure everybody grows together and create legacies for themselves individually and as a team as Montford.
How do you hope to grow personally and obviously professionally as an entrepreneur in the next 5 to 10 years?
Personally, I have an incredible daughter, Simi,
Yes. Yes.
and she is I don't know, she's my pride, she's my focus.
Yeah.
So far, she's shown a lot of interest in joining Montford as time progresses.
Wow.
She'll be 14
Right.
next month. So personally, that will be my true focus, and to make sure I'm a good dad, to make sure I'm there for her. My nephews, who mean the world to me, I personally want to see them grow to their potential, whatever that may be, and be there for them. Um, Professionally, Quentin, I'm so blessed. I can't even tell
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Professionally, there are many plans we have. We want to be one of the lifestyle hotel developers in the country,
Okay.
top lifestyle hotel developers. as I said, we're blessed after our acquisition, which will be closed sometime next month or in April. It will truly set us on a different platform than even where we are today. So, I think I think I can tell you that I'm not sure where I'll be 5 to 10 years personally or professionally, but where I am today is it's truly a blessing.
Blessing. And where do you want that professional platform to be as far as the hotels in the next 5, 10 years?
Well, we want to continue growing, right? We're growing our team. We're a team of 12 people today. We're growing our team. We're partnering with the right folks. We're doing joint ventures and working with people around the country now. So, in 5 to 10 years, I couldn't tell you if we have a set goal, but we want to grow organically and strategically,
Sure.
right? We don't have a goal in mind that we want to be at 100 hotels or 10 hotels. We want to take opportunities as they come, and if they fit our culture, more importantly, if they fit our ethics, more importantly, right? So we're very selective on where we go, who we partner with, and what we do.
What do you do? Does this hotel concept fit this culture in Charleston?
Absolutely, it's like the perfect glove, right? We've been, as I said, Jessica is born and raised. Her family owned the Holiday Inn on Folly.
Right.
I've been here since '99, and we're heavily invested in the city, not only financially but emotionally. Raising my family here. My family has been around here for a long time. So, having traveled all over the world, staying in different hotels, building relationships with different hotel brands, we've realized that Charleston is still missing the core values of true hospitality, right? By bringing that diversity in terms of food culture, that bringing that diversity in terms of more women sort of in the business, and truly creating those spaces with what Charleston has to offer in terms of decor and extension of the new Charleston, that's the working Charleston.
Yes, sir. Well, soon to be billionaire Sunju Patel, thank you so much for your time. And again, welcome to Quintin. What did I say? Quintin's Close-Ups again.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
I appreciate it greatly. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.